Welcome to this reading comprehension lesson. In a moment you will hear a short text, and then 5 questions about it. Listen carefully, because every answer is hidden somewhere in the text. The text is called Microplastics in the Ocean. Scientists have become increasingly alarmed by the accumulation of microplastics in the world's oceans. These tiny fragments, often smaller than 5 millimeters, originate from the breakdown of larger plastic waste, as well as from synthetic fibers shed during the washing of clothes. Once in the water, microplastics are ingested by plankton, fish, and eventually larger marine animals, entering the food chain in ways that are not yet fully understood. Researchers have found microplastic particles in remote locations, including deep ocean trenches and polar ice, suggesting that no part of the marine environment has been left untouched. While some governments have introduced bans on microbads in cosmetic products, experts argue that far more comprehensive measures are needed to address the sheer scale of plastic pollution. Until then, the long-term consequences for marine ecosystems, and potentially for human health, remain a pressing concern. That was the text. Now here are the 5 questions. Here's a question. According to the text, where do microplastics primarily come from? A. Only from cosmetic products. B. The breakdown of larger plastics and synthetic fibers. C. Volcanic activity. D. Industrial oil spills. The correct answer is B. The breakdown of larger plastics and synthetic fibers. The text states they come from the breakdown of larger plastic waste, as well as from synthetic fibers shed during the washing of clothes. Here's a question. What does the word ingested most likely mean in this context? A. Avoided. B. Destroyed. C. Eaten or absorbed. D. Produced. The correct answer is C. Eaten or absorbed. Ingested means taken in or eaten, as microplastics are consumed by marine organisms. Here's a question. What evidence suggests microplastics have spread to nearly every part of the ocean? A. Their presence in cosmetic products. B. Government reports on plastic bans. C. Their absence near coastlines. D. Their discovery in deep trenches and polar ice. The correct answer is D. Their discovery in deep trenches and polar ice. The text mentions particles found in remote locations, including deep ocean trenches and polar ice. Here's a question. What measure have some governments already taken? A. Banning microbads in cosmetics. B. Banning all plastic production. C. Funding ocean cleanup ships. D. Taxing plastic bottles. The correct answer is A. Banning microbads in cosmetics. The text says some governments have introduced bans on microbads in cosmetic products. Here's a question. What is the author's attitude toward current government action? A. It is more than sufficient. B. It is insufficient and needs to be expanded. C. It is completely absent. D. It is unnecessary. The correct answer is B. It is insufficient and needs to be expanded. Experts are quoted as arguing far more comprehensive measures are needed. That is the end of this lesson. You read one text and answered 5 questions about microplastics. In the next lesson we will read a new text and practice again.